जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय गौरनित्याय जय गौरनित्याय जय गौरनित्याय जय गौरनित्याय जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय जय प्रभुपाद जय शील प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर भगवान की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। थैंक यू माता जी।
Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Mataji is joining. She'll take, I think, 2-3 minutes to join. Till then, if anyone else wants to do Kirtan, most welcome. Anyone? Okay. Huh? Hari Bol?
Chanting will do.
Balu Swami Prabhu?
Chanting will do, Mataji.
Chanting. Prabhu, yeah, Prabhu, I'll do Kirtan. Okay, I'll do Kirtan.
Okay.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji. I just saw that you have joined. Hari Hari Bol. So after a long time, a long gap, Mataji is back with us, and we'll not waste much time. So over to you, Mataji, and Chanda Mataji will share this thing, Mataji. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, we'll start with the prayers. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Seveya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripātam Aham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Agnānatimirandasya Gnānāñjana-śalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatpadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gauravaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everybody. Yes, even I have been missing, but then sometimes it's inevitable. Being grihasthas, we have a lot of other things. And anyway, it's nice to know somebody is missing. Me also. Yeah. So we'll start with today's. We're in the third canto, 20th chapter. And we are going to cover from shlokas 5 to 9 today, right? So, the fifth shloka. Is it shared? The shloka shared, Mataji? No, she shared.
Yeah, Mataji, she has shared. It's on the screen.
Okay.
Now it's on. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, devotees, who would want to read, kindly Yes, Divya Gopu Mataji can read the shloka, and then Archana Mataji can read the translation. Yes, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Tayo samvaddato
Divya Mataji.
suta.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, sorry, Mataji. I thought I was
Is
speaking
it
on mute.
only me? Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Please. Read the shloka, Mataji.
Oh.
Hare Krishna.
You are able to hear me, Mataji?
In between it got cut. Yeah, we are able to hear you now.
Okay,
Yes.
Mataji. Tayo samvaddato suta pravritta hyamala kataah apo ganga iva gagnir hare padambujashtrayah. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams.
Okay, translation.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams.
Hare
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shaunaka inquired about the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya. There must have been many narrations of the spotless pastimes of the Lord. The hearing of such narrations is exactly like bathing in the water of Ganges, for it can free one from all the sinful reactions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, now we are seeing conversation between two great souls, Mitra Muni and Vidura, right? And we have another conversation, Shaunaka Muni asking Suta Muni, right? And now we'll just see this Gita Mahatmya, third shloka, what it says. Mala nimochanam pumsam jala snanam dine dine. The external dirt, how does it get cleared? Snanam jala snanam dine. Sakrat Gita-mrita snanam samsaramala nashanam. Right? So here we are talking of purification because the conversation here between Maitreya Muni and then Vidura is compared to as good as taking bath in the Ganges. And also, Acharya say it is not just about the speaker, the quality of the speaker. It is also about the listener, with what intent the person is listening. Right? So, why we are saying this is most of the times, like all of us, say, I've already heard this, I know this, right? Yes, we are not saying you have not heard, you have not listened. But what is it that makes it different listening to it again and again? Now, we know, especially in this third canto, Kapila Muni's instructions to Devhuti. In detail, he talks about devotional service, how devotional service is actually purifying rather than the ritualistic performances of other things. They are also purifying, but it is like, you go one step by one step. But devotional service is super purifying. Like if we remember when Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadev Goswami, like how is it that people, though they seem to be purified at a particular time, and then you see them again go back to those things that they are not supposed to do. Right? So there also Sukadev Goswami talks about devotional service. What is the difference between devotional service and these kind of Vedic rituals, right? In the Vedic rituals, at that moment or some particular instance or few days, it may purify or we may be in that conscious. But then it doesn't remove the proclivity to do unnecessary things from the heart, the proclivity to sin or proclivity to do things which are not favorable to our devotional service.
Mataji has left, Mataji.
Yes, we'll wait for 2 minutes. Maybe there is a network problem at Mataji's place. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji is come. Yes,
Yeah,
Mataji.
there's some Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, Hare
Sorry,
Krishna. We can hear you,
some net
Mataji.
issue.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying the proclivity, or which is not removed from the root, from the heart, right? Arjuna also asks in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, what is it that makes people to do the sin? And then he says lust, because of passion and other things. So one thing is not just about the speaker. Srila Prabhupada highlights about the quality of the person who listens also. The next aspect is about taking bath in the Ganges. How does it help? Now, actually, some time back, once when we went to Mayapur, we were crossing the Ganges, and then that one particular Prabhu, he was taking us across, and then he was telling about the glories of Ganges. And then in the middle, he said, he looked very seriously at all of us, and he said, just because someone takes bath in Ganges doesn't purify them. They must have that utter faith. They must believe that the Ganges water is going to purify them. Right? Now, if even in the mundane world, if you see, especially these natural curers. I mean, I'm talking about the natural way of medicine and other things. They first thing, Ayurveda or anything, they first say, we will treat you provided you have faith in what we are doing. Even the English medicine, and if you're taking the medicine and then you're not having faith, it does not have its effect 100%, right? So taking bath in Ganges also, this Prabhu was explaining that we should believe completely that Mother Ganges is coming from the lotus feet of the Lord, and then it is so purifying. Oh, it is so nice to talk about Mother Ganges today. Today is being Shivaratri today, and then we know how Lord Shiva took the force of Ganges, right? It's a coincidence or causeless mercy. Yeah. So, so we spoke about the quality of speaker and listener, and then also faith in these things. So if we have to talk of such things about the mundane thing, about health and other things, so we should have even more faith in the things coming from the scripture, right? And also in the other part, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, what is so divine about the Lord? Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord. Then Shrimad Bhagavatam is spoken about the Lord. And then also he says not just that, the Lord's perspiration. Where do we see Lord's perspiration? Anybody?
Ocean, Mataji. In the ocean.
Ocean. Yeah. Yes. The ocean. Yeah. The Lord's perspiration, the Lord's pastime, anything about the Lord, anything about the Lord is absolute. Is
on the
what
battlefield.
Prabhupada is explaining in the purport. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. So everything is absolute. So that's how the Ganges is coming from the lotus feet. Words of Bhagavad Gita are coming from the lotus mouth of the Lord. And then Shrimad Bhagavatam is coming from the lotus mouth of his pure devotee, Sukadeva Goswami. So that is how everything is so purifying. So that is one aspect. And then Rupa Goswami says, how is it that we can, especially as Grihasthas, how can we keep this aspect of Krishna conscious? I mean, conscious always about Krishna. How can we keep ourselves transigently situated? He says that we can do by dovetailing everything to Krishna. Yeah, it is very easy to say that, yeah, we have to dovetail everything to Krishna. But then there can be so many instances where we don't understand how can I dovetail this to Krishna? How can I do that? So that is where the actual import, we understand the importance of the Guru, right? How the Guru guides. I just want to share this. It was just recent thing that happened. Maybe not very relevant, but the importance of a bona fide spiritual master. Most of us must have heard about His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, right? In Malaysia, there was a Prabhu who was doing preaching in jail. I think his name is Yadubara or Yadubara Das. Now, this Prabhu was preaching in jail, and there was one particular person called Krishna Rao. Okay, he was given a death sentence, right? And then, but then he took up to Krishna consciousness so seriously that he completely, if he has been given a death sentence, that means he must have done something grave, isn't it? If somebody is having a death sentence, then he transformed himself and he took to preaching. And he was very much, when this Yadubara Das, or he used to go maybe once a week or whatever, but he used to preach to the inmates, right? And he himself was transformed completely. And then it was the date of his, where he had to be hanged. He was given a death sentence. Then Yadubara Das met His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, and then he said, Guru Maharaj, he's been given a death sentence. Will you initiate him? Now you see how causeless mercy is flowing, right? Guru Maharaj said, His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj said, okay, I will initiate him, provided he asks for pardon from the king, from the government. Now this man, Krishna Rao Prabhu, who was in jail, who had got a death sentence, he understood the tattva so much. He said, if I'm being hanged, it is okay. It is Krishna's will. This is how I'm going to die. Just imagine a person in jail being given death sentence is saying this. That is the transformation devotional service has done to him. What is the devotional service? Preaching. And of course, he also doing all his sadhana and meeting another devotee. So Guru Maharaj said, I will initiate him, provided he asks for pardon, because he is doing very good preaching. So this was the instruction from the Guru he had accepted. He wrote a letter. Okay. And there one more person says 99.999%. There was no chance that this Krishna Rao Prabhu will be pardoned. Right? The moment he wrote, Guru Maharaj initiated him, and then he got a pardon. He was pardoned from death sentence, and then they said, let him be imprisoned for life. And then eventually in the next sitting, in the next court session or whatever, they said he is such a nice court. So that was some 36 years more or whatever, some period of time he had to spend in jail, right? So the next court sitting, then they did not appeal or anything that he has to be released and all that, because he was doing preaching, a lot of preaching in the jail. He was moved from one jail to another, some details about all that. And then what happened? The court in the next sitting said he has to serve as a lifetime sentence for so many years. He has already served that many number of years, and he is being such a nice person, release him. Okay, and he was released from jail. And 2 days back, he was in Mayapur. He was seeing the Panchatattva Abhishekam, and then he met his Guru Maharaj. And then, no, I'm saying I elaborated a little on this to give the importance of a bona fide spiritual master and devotional service. And Guru Maharaj said in the next day in his lecture, irrespective of the situation, no matter how hopeless any situation can be, devotional service is never failing, right? So I thought this was an example, like how much faith he had, even though he was in jail. He is now named Kripamurti Das. His name Kripamurti Das. So, and the power of bona fide spiritual master. Yes, somebody wants to say something. Yes.
Sorry, Mataji. Sorry to interrupt. It was really a very wonderful pastime. I just want to know from where this Prabhuji he got inspiration to read books and preach. I didn't.
No, one Prabhu on the instruction of his Guru Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. This Yadubara Das used to go to the prison and preach.
Oh, okay.
And in the jail, he was one among the jail inmates to to teach. I just want to read one quote about Hare Krishna. You're all able? Am I audible?
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Yeah.
I just want to read one quote about Srila Prabhupada talking about how important it is to serve Vaishnavas. Now, how do we understand this? By serving Vaishnavas, right? I'll just read this. Give me a minute. Okay. Hare Krishna. It said it somewhere. Hare Krishna. Serving pure devotees, right? Now, this is Srila Prabhupada's Shrimad Bhagavatam 6.16 purport. One must render service to a devotee to get free of sins, revive one's original Krishna consciousness, and be trained in how to love Krishna. One must render service to a Vaishnava in order to get freed from sinful reactions, revive one's original Krishna consciousness, and be trained in how to love Krishna. This is the result of Mahatma Seva. Of course, if one engages in service of a pure devotee, the reactions of one's sinful life are vanquished automatically. Devotional service is necessary not to drive away an insignificant stock of sins, but to awaken our dormant love for Krishna. As fog is vanquished at the first glimpse of sunlight, one's sinful reactions are automatically vanquished as soon as one begins serving a pure devotee. No separate endeavor is required. Srila Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavatam 6.16 purport. Okay, so you see I stressed on this point because there in the purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about how one has to serve the spiritual master. If not the spiritual master's senior disciples are there in whatever way. If most of us here joining in ICF is online, and I see many new people coming forward for sharing, for taking forward so many groups. So that is also devotional service. If physically, if we can go and do in temples, very good. But whatever way service, and it need not necessarily be devotees, even people at home. They're all, we heard when we discussed last time, there was a great question answer session. How should we deal with people who are non-devotees at home? They are devotees in being, in the making. So serve them like how we serve anybody else, because they are part and parcels of Krishna. What happens more? Who is maximum benefit? We are benefited. How? Because by doing devotional service, we awaken the love of Krishna. Okay, so that is how purifying, bathing in Ganges, reading Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing, talking, right? But then it all comes with faith. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamiham. If I have 10% faith, Krishna will reveal 10%. If I have 100% faith, 100%. Right? Okay, so we go to the 6th shloka. Yeah. There's a lot of glare here where I'm sitting, so I'm trying to see who's raised hand. Shilpa Mataji can read the shloka and Prashanti Mataji can read the translation.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, scroll down a little. Thank you. Tanaha kirtaya badram te kirtaya.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible? 6th shloka.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Tanaha kirtaya badram te kirna. Yodar karmanaha rasajah konu tripyeta hari leelamritam pibana. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. O Suta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of devotee can be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji, was I audible?
Yeah, yes, Mataji, Prashanti Mataji.
Please read the translation. Did you read? Please reread it.
Yes,
Some
Mataji,
issues
I
with my net. Can you just
will
read the
read it
translation again,
Mataji.
please?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. O Suta Goswami, all good
Hare
fortune
Krishna.
to you.
Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, we can hear you, but I think you can't, right? Hare
Yeah.
Krishna Mataji.
Shall I read Mataji again?
Just a minute, Prashanti Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Purnandini Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, one second. I'm just, yeah. Hare Krishna. Am
Yeah,
I
Hare
audible,
Krishna.
Mataji? I'll switch
Yeah,
off my video, Mataji. Some net issue. So please, if I'm audible, I think maybe in the end I will switch on the.
It's okay, Mataji. It's fine. Can you hear us, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Okay, I think Mataji is joining back. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I want you to read the translation again because I didn't hear it and I don't have the
Sure,
book also.
Mataji. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Translation by
Hare
Prabhupada ki jai. O Suta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of devotee can be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Sorry for the disturbances caused. Okay, so now here it's saying about listening to the pastimes of the Lord and how purifying it is. See, all of us, I don't know, at least for me, we always feel from whatever I'm doing, I need a break. I mean, from the monotonous aspect. How many of you agree with me? Whatever we are doing regularly, we need a break. We have a Sunday, we have vacations.
Yes, Mataji.
Do we all look for such things from the daily routine?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Right? The mind looks for a break from the routine to regenerate. Because otherwise, the same cooking, the same faces, the same route, the same routine becomes stale and boring. Right? That is the nature of material world. Now, please listen. Recently, we celebrated Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj's 150th appearance day. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj had read Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat only 108 times, not much. How many times? 108 times, right? And then we also hear, if we are used to listening to Prabhupada's lecture, devotee saying, Prabhupada, you are reading your own purports. You have read it, right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also used to hear the same pastimes again and again. The same pastime, right? And all these is called Purana, right? Purana means what? It means old. But then it never becomes stale. It never becomes monotonous. Why is it so with the mundane things and why is it not so with the Lord's pastime? It is because, like how I mentioned in the previous verse also, that each time when we listen, our purification happens and Krishna keeps on revealing new things to us, right? And if you think, okay, 108 times and then so maybe that is how much we have to read. No, if Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj had read the 109th time, then something else would have been revealed to him also. So the same way, the lesson here is the Lord's pastime is purifying and our enthusiasm to listen should be the same like how when we listened the first time. Right, the first time when we listened, it was very enthusiastic. Oh wow, maybe we had hair standing on hand, and some of us has tears. And when third year, fourth year, Damodar Leela, oh, I know this. We should not get into that mode in listening to the pastimes of the Lord. Because if when we say that, what happens? The Lord as Paramatma in the heart, He says Tatastu. You know this much is enough for you. Right? So that is what it is. So I thought when I was reading this and I was making some notes to say, let's all make an exercise, right? For a week, take any shloka and translation and purport of Srila Prabhupada. From today, every week read the same thing and then experience it yourself. Oh, did I read this yesterday? Did I read this for 2 days? Right? You can all do that and then share with us. We can all each of us share again when we meet. Yeah. Can we do this exercise, devotees?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So
Yes, Mataji.
actually, yeah. Thank you, devotees. So the main aspect in this thing is that the Lord's pastimes, the Lord's service to the Lord, service to devotees is never satiating. It is never saturating. If you really experience it, we will only want to do more and more, right? Because that's how the Lord. I will say it's a very what to say. It may look very insignificant, but then actually Tuesdays I'm a part of giving a seva of doing Bhagavatam in Kannada, which is between 12:45 to 1:45. And it so happened this Tuesday there was some ceremony that I had to attend, and then but at the same time in the nth moment I did not want to say I cannot do the class because it's very difficult to shuffle at the nth moment or just the previous day, especially for Matajis when they have so much of other work to do. So Monday I thought I will call this relative of mine and say I can come only by 2. If that's okay, I'll come. Otherwise, maybe next time, right? And that too, it was from my father-in-law's side. And then, so I think you all understand the obligations. Right? So Monday I was cooking, and then suddenly this Mataji, Dayavati Mataji, who takes classes on Monday, she calls me and then she said, this is at 9 o'clock. She says, Mataji, can you please do class today? There are a lot of guests. I will do it tomorrow on Tuesday. I was like, I skipped a heartbeat. I said, oh my God, this is, not that I prayed or anything, Krishna, how can I do this? Nothing. So it was like really amazing. He said, that is how much the Lord reciprocates. It can be, for us, maybe it is a small thing. We can look very mundane or anything, but the Lord really reciprocates with everything. We don't, like we have been hearing, no need to ask the Lord. He knows everything. He knows much more than you. Everything the Lord knows. So it is only that faith that we should have, right? And then, the Lord showed through Guru so much of mercy. I did the class on Monday, and then I was able to attend the ceremony on Tuesday also. So that is the import of faith, having faith. Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Srila Prabhupada says it takes one moment to imbibe that aspect of surrendering to the Lord completely. It says one moment, it need not be so many this thing. So when that this thing happens, when we surrender so much, the Lord reciprocates in various ways, right? Now you may think, how is it related? Because then all that I had heard and read and listened, how Ananyas Chintan, the Lord takes care, don't have to worry. It was like many instances, but like each time such instances, the faith it just increases, right? I think all of us also have encountered such things. The Lord, reciprocate. This is how the Lord reciprocates with our little surrender. So imagine if we are 100% surrendered, how much more the Lord will reciprocate, right? So we can read the 7th and 8th shloka and translation, and we'll discuss about it. I have Divya Mataji who has raised her hand, who can read the 7th shloka, translation by Anita Mataji. And Shobha Mataji, will you be able to read the shloka, 8th shloka? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
And Anasuya Mataji can read the translation of 8th shloka. So we start with Divya Mataji. 7th shloka. Hare Krishna.
एवमुग्रश्रवः पृष्ट ऋषिर्भिर्नैर्नैमिषाय नैः भगवत्यर्पिताध्यात्म स्थानाः श्रूयतामितिः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. On being asked to speak by the great sages of Naimisharanya, the son of Romaharshana, Sutta Goswami, whose mind was absorbed in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, said, "Please hear what I shall now speak."
हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी से। प्रभुजी श्रील प्रपाद की जय। सूत उवाच हरे धृत क्रोध धनोस्त्वमायया निशम्याघो उधरा नाम असातला।
Thank you, Mataji. So, Shobha Mataji, 8th shloka.
Am I audible, Mataji?
You're audible, Mataji.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. सूत उवाच हरे धृत क्रोध धनोस्त्वमायया निशम्याघो उदाहरणां प्रसात्तलात् लीलां हिरण्याक्षम् अवज्ञाय हतं सञ्जात हरसो मुनिः भारतः। हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू माताजी। श्रील प्रपाद जी।
Hare Krishna, pranams Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Suta Goswami continued, Vidura, the descendant of Bharata, was delighted to hear the story of the Lord, who, having assumed by his own divine potency the form of a boar, had enacted the sport of lifting the earth from the bottom of the ocean and indifferently killing the demon Hiranyaksha. Vidura then spoke to the sage as follows. Hare Krishna, pranams.
Mataji is not in the meeting. Hare Krishna. By then we can read the purport again. Mataji, any Matajis will volunteer? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Mataji.
Mataji is joined.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, you're audible.
Hare Krishna. Translation. Okay, Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
You're audible,
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Am I audible, devotees?
Yes, Mataji, you're audible.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Or at least in the chat, am I audible, devotees?
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Sorry, devotees. Something beyond my, yeah. So, Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm back. Hope the Lord has some mercy for me to complete what I'm supposed to do today. Sorry, my devotees. Okay. The two shlokas talk about Atmamaya, how the Lord appears by his own will. I'm audible. One thumbs up, please.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah? Yes, I'm audible.
Yes.
Mataji.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So Atmamaya, we have heard about this plenty of times, that how the Lord comes by his own will, and how we karmana daiva netrena, we come by not our own will, but by the reactions of what we do, right? Now, what is like, there are so many things that we have already heard, and in the purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about Brahman and the impersonal concept. I think now all of us understand that the supreme most understanding of the Lord is Bhagavan. We have heard all this, right? And not to become merge into the Brahman, right? So, and then that we are not the controllers. We have heard this. Now, what is the import of this? How is it that we are going to understand? And if we have understood, how are we going to apply this? Now, it is said the best way to understand Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam is to live a life of that. So what does it mean that I am not the controller, right? Now, for simple example, the net is having some issues. So I just accept it. I cannot fight against it, right? Maybe there's some control above me. This has to happen. So be it, right? There's one nice saying in Kannada. Those of you understand Kannada, it says, Paalige bandiddu panchamrita. In the sense, whatever is coming in our plate, in our life, is as good as Charanamrit, right? See, either way, it is going to come to us, whether we want it or not. So, what is more wise, to accept it or fight against it?
To accept.
To accept, Mataji. Accept.
Yeah? Hare Krishna. Accept it, right? So, by accepting it, what is it that we are doing? That we are allowing Krishna to control our lives. Mahatmanas tumam partha devim prakriti mashrita. Even the smallest of things, it can be the smallest of things, mundane things that we do routinely, routinely. Even that, if it goes topsy-turvy, that is the test. You know, he gives small tests. It can be small or big tests. Then how we kind of, accept it and then do our regular work and devotional service. But then the Maya's influence is sometimes so strong, and then we are so small, so infinitesimal, that we keep slithering from these situations, and we keep trying to make adjustments to the challenges thrown by Maya or whatever way, right? And doing this is like, there's an example given there. The frog is being eaten by the snake, but then it is putting out its tongue to eat one fly there.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we can't hear you, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So, so even at that kind of time, when the frog is it is being swallowed by a snake, it is putting out its tongue and is trying to eat a fly, right? So then when we can sit back and then think, Am I slithering out of whatever I'm supposed to go through, or am I accepting it as a part of my this thing, and what is it I'm trying to do? Now, the best example for all of us, most of us are grihasthas, is Gajendra. Why Gajendra? He's so powerful. He was so huge. He was so powerful. He thought, with my strength, I can release myself. Then when that failed, then he thought, okay, my relatives will never abandon me. My wife, my children, my uncle, aunt, father, mother. And then they all said, okay, Baba, you are caught in the crocodile. What can I do? Right? So we are always in the jaws of this crocodile of Maya, right? And then we are struggling to pull it out, like how Gajendra is trying to pull out his leg from the crocodile, right? So we pulling it out will only hurt more. But what did he finally do? All he had to do was take one lotus flower and say, Krishna, this is for you. So which is easier, devotees? Which is easier, offering a flower to Krishna, or we struggling with all the things that we go through? Which is easier, devotees?
Obviously, Mataji, flower.
Offering the flower, right? And then so the aspect of crying out. In one lecture, His Holiness Indradumna Maharaj, very beautifully, when he said that, I said, oh, our ISKCON movement is a crying movement. Cry out for mercy, cry out to Krishna, cry out to devotees, cry out for service. He called it Krishna. He says it's a cry. So just like how Gajendra and all the pure devotees are always surrendered to Krishna, because he is the supreme person, we have to understand that the first aspect, we are born here because it's not by our wish, and then we don't have anything because of our own desire. I mean, we didn't desire this kind of body, this kind of relatives and all that. So the next best wise thing to do as sadhakas or practicing devotees is to surrender to Krishna, which is actually we are doing all this for that. All our sadhana is to get into that, right? So the last shloka for today, I hopefully can hear the shloka and translation. Who wants to read it? I don't see anybody raising their hands. Anybody wants to read the shloka and translation? The 9th shloka. We'll try to finish it quickly.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Any two devotees can read the shloka and the translation. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Ye marichi kyaadhyayo vipra yestu swayambhuvo manuhu te vai brahmana adesat katam etad abhavayam.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It is 20.9, Mataji.
3.20.9 you have to read, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Mataji. Sorry.
Reading translation. Yeah, please.
Viduravacha prajapati srishtva praja sarge prajapatin kiman bhata me brahman prabruhi avyakta margavit. Thank you, Mataji.
Sindhu Mataji, you can read the translation, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Pranams, Mataji. Text 9, translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vidura said, since you know of matters inconceivable to us, tell me, O holy sage, what did Brahma do to create living beings after evolving the Prajapatis, the progenitors of living beings? Shall I read the purport?
Mataji, should we read the purport, Mataji? Yes, Mataji, you can read, Mataji, because
translation, right?
Yes, Mataji, translation.
Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai.
Krishna.
You are audible, Mataji. Shall we read the purport also, Mataji?
Translation reading is over.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So, yeah. Sorry, No,
Mataji,
that's okay.
We can
It's
read the
okay.
translation again, Mataji, if you want.
Yeah.
Mataji, Sindhu Mataji, you can read the translation again.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, devotees. Thank you for
Translation.
bearing with me.
Hari bol.
That's okay, Mataji. It's okay.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji. Please go ahead.
Tintu Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
Yeah, translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vidura said, since you know of matters inconceivable to us, tell me, O holy sage, what did Brahma do to create living beings after evolving the Prajapatis, the progenitors of living beings? Hare Krishna. Purport, Mataji.
Purnanandini Mataji. Yes, Mataji, you go ahead with the purport also. By then,
Okay.
Mataji.
Purport significant here is the word avyakta margavit, one who knows that which is beyond our perception. To know matters beyond one's perception,
Hare Krishna,
one
thank
has
you, thank
to
you.
learn from a superior authority in the line of disciplic succession. Just to know who is our father is beyond our perception.
Sindhu Mataji, sorry for the interruption, Mataji. Mataji has joined. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. No need to read.
I don't know, Mataji, what to say. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Suma Mataji, actually Mataji is not able to hear our voice, but we can hear her voice. So
Yeah,
if
maybe that
anything,
is.
please do
Hare
chatting.
Krishna, dear
Chat.
devotees. I think there is technical issue. Please bear with Mataji. Please. Give 2 minutes. There will be some technical issue. Sindhu Mataji, wait. Suma Mataji, you can send a text to Mataji.
Yes, no, I think I'll try to conclude it quickly. This shloka, see, Vidura, who is Dharma, I mean, he's Amsha of Yamaraj himself, though he is Dharma, Dharmaraya, I mean, Vidura Niti also we know. But you see his humility. He's trying to teach us, he's trying to tell. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji. Can you hear us, Mataji?
Can I continue, Mataji's devotees?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, now I can hear. Yes. Yeah, now I can hear. Okay. So here what I was saying is Vidura, though he's, Yama, Amsha of Yama, and we also have heard of Vidura Niti, though he knows everything.
Can't hear, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Purnanandini Mataji, we can't hear you, Mataji.
Suma Mataji, just send her a text because she's not able
Hare
to hear.
Krishna.
This technical
Hare
issue.
Krishna. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji, I
Krishna
sent her.
Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Rama Rama.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Mataji, devotees, am I audible?
Yes,
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji,
We
loud
can
and
hear
clear.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I hopefully can conclude it with this shloka quickly. Vidura is showing us the way how we have to ask from authority rather than speculating or thinking we know everything, right? The shlokas from Vedas is Tad Vignatam Seva Sa Guru Evam Vigachet Samit Pani Stotriyam Brahmanishtam. Evam means Guru from disciplic succession heard about the Vedas thoroughly from his spiritual master, is a perfect devotee of Krishna. And also we have heard this shloka many times from Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tata guru tasyaite katita hi artha prakashante mahatmana. Unto one who has unflinching devotion to the Lord and spiritual master does transcendental knowledge become automatically revealed. Unflinching faith, not just in the Lord and the spiritual master and his disciples. So, the purport for this, is that Vidura is not asking what did Krishna do, Krishna's pastimes, or his Ras Leela or anything. He says, how did creation happen, right? So, I mean, step by step, like how Srila Prabhupada says, or the Acharya say, we have to read Shrimad Bhagavatam from Canto 1 and not jump to 10th Canto. So he's teaching us the aspect of Vijnana, or to apply what we have heard or what we have understood, that we have to be submissive and then listen from authorities, learn from the authorities to get the import of all this, right? So with this, before I move in and out of the session, I'm extremely sorry for this unexpected turn of events of internet. And I'm extremely happy, grateful to all of you for your patience. And thank you all very much. I thank the Guru Parampara and all of you for giving me an opportunity for this seva. And if there was anything that was worthwhile remembering, that is because of the mercy of my Guru, and a lot of improvements that I have to do, and that will happen with all your mercy and prayers. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions, and then if I'm online, if I'm able to answer, then I will do that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Though there were so many difficulties, Mataji, the class was so good and instructive for all of us. How to take shelter of the Lord, as He is the supreme controller. Thank you so much, Mataji. Because we could understand that we can't do anything, Mataji, because He controls everything, even the internet also. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the wonderful class. And as told by Narayani Mataji, there is an announcement now to be made that tomorrow there will be class on relations with devotees, on the topic relations with the devotees by Brahmachari Prabhuji. So Mataji has asked me to announce it in the class, and I request all the devotees to join. Hare Krishna. And
Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you repeat the classes on what?
Hare Krishna. Tomorrow there is a class by Brahmachari Prabhuji on the topic relations with the devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Dandavat pranams Purnanandini Mataji for your for patiently guiding us and taking this